Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 7 math. You can find all the lessons at ablessstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 7 math and then click on the all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter. Identify and classify polygons. Name, measure, and classify angles. Classify triangles and classify quadrilaterals. Please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can write down the important examples and definitions as well. Going to start with the chapter two dimension. Okay, so here I'm on grade 7 Leonard. Chapter Leonard has two dimensional figures. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is identify and classify polygons. Is this a polygon? No, that is not a polygon. The correct option is no, that is not a polygon. A polygon is a closed figure with straight sides. A closed figure starts and ends at the same point. That is not a closed figure, so that isn't a polygon. Let's just start with the test question. Is this a polygon? Yes, it is a polygon. It's a closed shape, so it is a polygon. The correct option is yes. Is this a polygon? No, that is not a polygon. The correct option is no. Is this a polygon? Yes, it is a polygon. That's a closed shape, so it is a polygon. How many sides does an octagon have? Octagon is 8, so octagon has 8 sides. Option number 1 is the correct option, that is 8 sides. How many sides does a quadrilateral have? So which is the correct option? Quad means 4 sides. So the quadrilateral have 4 sides. Option number 1 is the correct option, that is 4 sides. Is this a polygon? Yes, it is a polygon. The correct option is yes. Is this shape a regular polygon? Yes, it is a regular polygon. The correct option is yes. Is this a polygon? No, that is not a polygon. That is a closed shape, but polygon must have straight lines, so that is not a polygon. The correct option is one. How many sides does a decagon have? So decagon have 10 sides. Option number 1 is the correct option. The correct option is 10 sides. Is this a polygon? That isn't the correct option. Is that is not a polygon. How many sides does a heptagon have? The correct option is hepta means 10 sides. The correct option is heptagon. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move into the next lesson. The next lesson is name, measure, and classify angles. Is this angle an acute, right, obtuse, or straight? The correct option is that is an acute angle because the angle is less than 90 degrees. So all the angles are less than 90 degrees are obtuse and acute angle. There is a classification of the angles. An acute angle measures less than 90 degrees, but more than 0 degrees, right? So the angle between 0 and 90 is acute angle. A right angle measures exactly 90 degrees, and an obtuse angle measures more than 90 degrees but less than 120 degrees. A straight angle measures exactly 90 degrees, so you are the four angles. Let's just start the test questions. Is an acute angle right, obtuse, or straight? So which is the correct option? That is the acute angle because that measurement is less than 120, so that is an acute angle. Is this angle acute, right, or obtuse? Sorry, acute, right, obtuse, or straight? So which is the correct option? That is again an acute angle because the measurement of angle is less than 90 degrees. So that is an acute angle. Option number one is the correct option. Look at this angle. Name this angle. That is an the name of the angle is W is the vertex, right? Vertex must be in the middle, so that is EWX option number one is the correct option. Is this angle actually right or obtuse or straight? So which is the correct option? That is a straight angle. The correct option is that is the straight angle. Option number four is the correct option. Is this angle acute, right, obtuse or straight? It is a right triangle. Option number two is the correct option. Is this angle acute, right, obtuse or straight? That is the obtuse angle. Option number three is the correct option. Look at this angle. Name this angle. J is the vertex, right? So vertex is always in the middle. So that is number K, J, I. Option number one is the correct option. With this angle acute, right, obtuse or straight? That is an obtuse angle because the measurement of the angle is more than 90 degrees. Is this angle is this angle acute, right, obtuse or straight? The correct option is acute angle. Option number one. Correct option. Is this angle? Look at this angle. Name this angle. That is angle R3. Option number one is the correct option. Look at this angle. Name this angle. That is angle GEF. Option number two is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson. Tell yourself a good day. Let me just move on to the next lesson. The next lesson is classify triangles. A triangle has angle measurement of 3 degree, 90 degree, and 87 degrees. What kind of triangle is this? So we are given the angles that are 390 and 57. So what kind of triangle is it? One of the angle measured with the 390 degrees. That means that is our right triangle, right? Because one of the angles exactly measures 90 degrees, so that is the right triangle. Let's just start with the test questions. A triangle has angle measurements of 84 degrees, 66 degrees, and 30 degrees. All the angles are less than 90 degrees, right? No, sorry, the question is a triangle measurement. Triangle has angle measurement of 84, 66, and 30 with triangle and equilateral node. Equilateral means a triangle that has all the sides that measures all the angles that measure the same. Our triangle has side length of 15, 10, and 15 inches is this triangle scalar. Yes, it is. Option number one is the correct option. Scalar triangle is the one that has all the sides different in measurement or angles, so that is a scalar triangle. What kind of triangle is this? 55, 91, and 34. That is an obtuse triangle. Option number three is the right option. A triangle has angle measurements of 62, 28, and 90. What kind of triangle is it? Is it? So you just click on option. That is a right triangle. Option number three is the correct option. Is this triangle isosceles? Yes, it is because isosceles triangle have two of the angles that are exactly equal in measurement. Is triangle an isosceles? Yes, it is isosceles triangle. A triangle has angle measurement of 74, 33, and 70. What kind of triangle is it? The correct option is a cube triangle with the right angles are less than 90 degrees. A triangle has side length of 9 yards, 18 yards, and 20 yards. Is this triangle isosceles? That is not an isosceles triangle. The correct option is what kind of triangle is this? 41, 96, and 43. That is 10 of those triangle option number 3 is the correct option. Is this triangle an equilateral triangle? Yes, all the sides are exactly equal in measurement, so that is an equilateral triangle. A triangle has angle measurement 50, 61, and 69. What kind of triangle is it? That is an acute triangle option. The one is the correct option. What kind of triangle is this? That is an equilateral triangle because all the angles are in between the measurement. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself today. Let me just move on to next lesson. What kind of triangle is this? It is a right triangle option number two, right option. Let's just remove the answer. The next lesson is classify for letters. What name best describes this shape? What name best describes this shape that is a kite? A kite is a quadrilateral with two pairs of sides that are congruent and adjacent. A trapezoid is a quadrilateral with one pair of parallel sides. A parallelogram is a coordinated with both pair of opposite sides parallel and congruent. A square is a parallelogram with four equal right sides and four congruent sides. That is a kite because a kite is a coordinated with two pair of sides that are congruent and adjacent. Let's just start with the first question. What name best describes this shape? All four sides are congruent. So the correct option is option number four. Oh, yes, it is. What's the parallelogram with four sides that are the correct option is that. What name best describes this shape? Square, rectangle, kite, and parallelogram. The correct option is kite it is. Option number three is the correct option. What name best describes this shape? That is a square. Option number four is the correct option. Name best describe this shape. That is, I think, right. How category so that represent. What name best describe this shape? That is a parallelogram. Option number two is the right option. Rectangle or parallelogram, right? What name best describe this shape? That is a parallelogram option that is the correct option. What name best describe this shape? That was side apple. Okay, you can be tell us by yourself in the room. So you will get a wait 7 minutes. Chapter for the budget point is two-dimensional figures. The lessons we have covered today are identify and classify polygons, playing measure and classify angles, classify triangles, and classify coordinates. Please make sure that the session is complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lessons, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available here to help you, or either you can write down the question in the chat box. Here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have. Um, So please write down the question in the chat box and here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any questions. Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.